UGREEN have been quietly building a solid line of true wireless earbuds that come in at a budget-friendly price. Today we're going to be checking out the UGREEN HiTune T3 to see whether they're worth their under $40 price range. And as usual, I'm going to be checking out the pros and the cons, and I'm going to be giving you the information that you need if you're thinking about picking up a pair of these earbuds. UGREEN did send these in for this review, but as always, I will be giving you my honest and unfiltered opinion. With all that said, let's get into the review, but before we do so, please do make sure you're subscribed to the channel, and if you find the review helpful today, hit that like button and leave me a comment down below. So let's have a look at some key specifications. So as I said at the start of the video, this is an active noise cancellation pair, but we haven't got hybrid ANC here. We have just got the basic feed forward ANC with up to 25 decibels of noise reduction. I will be commenting on how I think these perform later in the video. We have got Bluetooth 5.2. We've got a 10mm dynamic driver, which is used in a PU and wool composite. We have got AI noise reduction for clear calls. As you can see inside the box, we have got 3 sets of silicone ear tips in addition to the ones that come installed on the case, so good stuff from UGREEN there. Do spend some time changing these out for a pair that fit you well to ensure you've got the best seal and therefore the best sound quality. I have swapped these out for a pair of the SpinFit 360s, and they're working really well for me so far, and I'm getting a really good seal and are very comfortable as well. So we have got touch controls which allow you to control everything except for volume control, so you can switch between ANC, ambient and normal modes. You can play and pause, track forward and back, and switch on your voice command, but no volume control sadly on these. So we have also got a 7-hour battery life on a single charge with a total of 24 hours in the case. So that is somewhere in the middle to upper range. Impressive for an earbud of this price in my opinion. These guys do charge by USB-C only, so no wireless charging, but again, at this price point, I don't think that's something to be too concerned about. So moving on to the design and the fit and the comfort of these earbuds. As you can see, these are a glossy black finish. They do also come in the white edition. The charging case itself is quite compact, fairly pocketable. And then when you look at the buds, they are that classic stem style. They are quite a deep fit, and I have found them to be extremely comfortable. They have been very secure when out walking and running and other activities. So these are a pair that you can take outdoors. They do have an IPX5 waterproof rating, so you're good to go in terms of a bit of rain and splashes, but you don't want to fully submerge them in water. And again, moving on, talking about the performance when it comes to the ANC, despite the fact that this is not hybrid ANC, these really did catch me off guard when it came to the ANC performance. For something at this price point, I think they are hitting above their weight, as is very common with a lot of ANC pairs in the budget to mid-range. We are still going to hear, things like voices, higher tones are going to come through, but in terms of that low rumble you might hear when you're walking along a busy road, these are doing a great job of reducing that noise right down. So like I said, pleasantly surprised with the ANC performance. When it comes to the transparency or ambient mode, it's just somewhere in the middle. It's fairly average. You can hear your surroundings, but it's by no means one of the better options on the market if you're just looking for a strong transparency mode. But all in all, like I said, with the ANC performance, it's really bringing these above what I consider to expect at this price point. And then we move on to sound quality. So again, coming into these, I had fairly average expectations. These guys are real bass bangers because the way they've tuned these is very rich. they've put a real emphasis on the low end, so we've got some serious sub bass, some real sort of rumbling sub bass that you can feel as much as you can hear. The mid bass is punchy, and overall the tuning, like I said, is a bit warmer. So as a result of this, both the mid-range and the treble are a little bit recessed in the mix. Now, what I will say about the treble is that there is some nice refinement in there, and a little bit of sparkle on certain genres, but for me and my personal taste, it's a bit too far back in the mix. I like my treble to be a little bit more forward, a little bit brighter, and a little bit, you know, sparklier really. But again, they've gone for a certain tuning. I think they've done a good job with that tuning. It's the mid-range that does lack a little bit for me overall. So vocalists, instrumentation is just a little bit far back in the mix for my personal taste. A lot of people are going to enjoy the sound. If you're a bass head, these are going to be right up your street. And I think overall for me, these are going to be one of those backup pairs, certainly one that I can happily use to work out with or to go out on a walk. Like I said, the ANC is effective and does a good job in outdoor scenarios. But all in all, you know, I think these are a good pick-up at the price. They are already getting discounted. So for me, if you can get them anywhere near 30, these are an absolute steal. And like I said, it's really good to see UGREEN coming out with another really solid release. And all in all, an easy one to recommend. You know, this isn't going to be your audiophile experience, but they are very enjoyable. The performance is good across the piece, and all in all, there's not too much to gripe about. Like I said, I'd tune them a little bit differently. I'd probably increase the controls and the flexibility to add volume control. And all in all, I think that's all I can say. The call quality is okay as well, not the best. But just to wrap things up, thanks again for watching. As always, please do subscribe if you've not already done so. Hit that like button and leave me a comment down below. Stay tuned for more, and I'll leave you with the call quality samples for the UGREEN HiTune T3. This is a call quality test with the UGREEN HiTune T3 in a quiet environment. This is a call quality test with the UGREEN HiTune T3 in a noisy environment.